Here, Radio Alternative National Congress, Alexander Benedict Cummings. What you need to know was the new things you need to know about him. Who's Alexander Benedict Cummings is. I'm just a producer on this show. I'm not going to talk much. Let's go across. Let's join the team from that end. Good morning, Mr. Kishen. Good morning.
Good morning, Princess. How are you today?
Yeah, good morning. Good to have
Okay,
you.
thank you very much, and good morning to everyone in Liberia. And I want to say thank you again for another beautiful day.
Mm.
And I will be joined by Lofa Julius later on. Uh, you know, when we up by this time, most of the people sleeping, so they watch the show later on. Some of them complaining in America, but the show is mainly for people in Liberia. So that is why we come on by this time. It's just 5:32 in Liberia. So for those of you who are listening to us, we want you to get your telephone ready. Would love to hear from you. And I will be coming up with new thing. Maybe it will be only on Sunday. And Sunday by 11:30, where if you answer any question concerning Alex Cummings, you will be given something. So I want you to know about him. I want you to Google, find out about him, who is Alex Cummings. So only on Sunday, so maybe the first 20 callers will get some data, at least that will take you through the week. So that will be a beautiful thing. So it's always good to know about the people you want to support when it comes to election, when it comes to governing your community. So it will be a lot of questions I will be asked on that day. The first 20 callers will get something. So how's everything there? How's the traffic, Princess, on your
Yeah,
way from?
yeah.
Because you live all the way McGivy.
Yeah, everything okay. Let's make use of the crosswalk before we pay $5 US. Imagine
Yes.
coming out even having a cent, but yet and still you have to pay $5. Everything is okay from this end. We bless God that our Liberia remains peaceful. That's one of the greatest, thing any country can pray for. Peace among all of us. Let's unite. Let's unity is just about unity and reconciliation. Let's put Liberia above party sentiment or above political party. It's about Liberia,
Yeah.
it's about individual, how best we can develop this nation, Liberia, in order to have a better, country or better society where our kids, our generation can, you know, and live a better life, even if we were not opportune to, have, gotten some of those privileges or privilege.
Ask you
At
to look
least
at
we
my
can
right.
make it a better place where our family, our generation, and generation to come forth can have a better Liberia. At least all of these drafts, all of these efforts we are putting in is to ensure that our own country, can compete with other African countries, especially being the oldest African nation. I think it's a huge
Yeah.
tax. It's a huge tax on all of us. So again, that's it. We pray one day we can break to, we can boast of good things in our own country, like we started. At least we building roads, connecting towns to villages. We're connecting this area to that area, feeder roads. At least there are huge impact in terms of development as compared to past. And we are hopeful that in times to come, maybe in 3-4 years, we can also break about our country going through a huge transformation in terms of infrastructure, in terms of development as well. So again, we bless God. At least the peace is most important. It's important.
Yeah.
We pray
Yeah.
for that. So yeah,
Yeah. So they say you guys, everybody now wearing sneakers just in case if you can't pay the $5.
you start
I
jogging.
notice you start jogging because
But again,
the
I think
running
it's just
will
in
not be easy.
Monserrado. It's in Monserrado because let's talk about other counties. We as journalists, before you get the ball rolling, we are also concerned about those in the far reach areas. They have roads too. They cross road, especially the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for where I stay, the Marshall had the Boston, you got the Robertsfield Highway. I think they will have to also put works too, at least to enable. It's also going to
Yeah.
protect us as
Yeah.
citizens.
It's not a bad thing. It's
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not a bad
it's
thing to
it's not a
support
bad
that.
thing.
Yeah.
But I think they
And,
just need to educate the people more.
mhm.
Yeah, because what about the driver? Will the driver to
The
should
reason
be
you know
able
they
to
cross when they
stop.
won't can hit you. That's
Okay,
another
now they
thing.
should be able to stop because they won't right by you guys there and opposite the school on Camp Johnson Road. And I
You
EMU,
know,
yeah,
yeah.
right there they got a crosswalk or makeshift one, but nobody want to stop, In certain places too, they need to have people there to let people cross
Hmm.
because and Cinco, the boulevard there is a terrible place to cross. And like you're talking about going to Roberts Fee, that's a highway. They need
Hmm.
to have people there to teach people how to do. They got to put a lot of billboards up to
Yeah.
let people know. It's our
Clear.
own safety. To be honest, although when we pass laws in Liberia, we want it to take effect the same day.
Hmm.
That is my problem. Yeah, you got to give the people time and whatsoever. But today we have a very good show today. Most of the time, yeah, we will want to hear from you. We want to hear from you what there are other good people. I know I'm a LS Community supporter, but there are other good people. What I'm trying to say is that we need to try somebody new. There should be somebody, maybe somebody out there that you think we should try them too. You can say something about, but let's just be honest. So what we're doing, because according to the past, we got people who participated in the election. You had Dr. Monimba, you had Tiawan Gonglo,
Hmm.
and all these other candidates, including Alex Cummings and the CDC and UP, they've been around for long. We know that. So it's nothing for us to really worry about, but we're looking for new people. We need to try something new. But yes, because I support Alex Cummings, that is why I believe that we should try him. We should give him an opportunity. And nobody say he will not be a good president. Everybody say yes, he's good, but he need to do this. So we want to hear from you what you think he needs to do. But before then,
Hmm.
these are some of the things that Mr. Cummings have promised, and he's consistent about it. They call it the 5 watts and how, because I can stay up here and tell you what he have done for people, but it's not enough. You know, that's why he don't we don't like to talk about it, and that's why he himself don't talk about it, because sometimes you got to respect people dignity. When I gave you $5, then I all over the place talking about it. I see Chief Zaza now. His picture is all over the place. Everybody who go and
But
visit
then
him,
I
yeah,
think that's because the society
yeah,
we live in,
yeah.
open up for
Everybody want
those
to
kind
know.
of things. If you're not doing
Yeah,
them, and I think that's where the uh, alternative national congress we have to work more, in that particular area,
yeah,
because
yeah,
this the kind of society we have here, that which those listening can even attest to them. Our people want to see those things you are doing. They want to know them, because they themselves, they just want someone to say this man did this thing. They want people
yeah,
testifying. They want to see them, and say yes, it's true. He did this project. He constructed this project, and this is just what he did. And so, the alternative national congress, again, we have a huge work. It's not about secret
yeah,
pie. It's not like, picking a bag and you want to just keep it a secret. No, for
yeah,
the kind of society we live in, the people want to see actions. They want to see tangibles that will make them to say this is exactly what this man did. And this is just a
yeah.
normal.
That's
All of
true.
the politicians, all of the
Yeah,
politicians live on that. We saw the case with Zanza Kawa. You yourself, you saw
yeah,
Mwaba Malu, the folks from the other end were trooping in,
yeah,
and they were just going publicly. I think you're not
yeah,
want to visit a sick person in hospital and just open up on Facebook. That was very,
yeah.
controversial.
I
But
know.
again,
I saw the other
society here those
representative.
things. Yeah,
Yeah,
society
that's
here
what
those
people want to see. The other representative when they gave 500 and they took picture
why should you be
all
helping
over the
someone take your
place.
life? Yeah.
Yeah, to be frank, Liberians sometimes, but that's the country we live in, and that's what people want to see. So if you're a politician, when you shake someone's hands and someone asks a question, say, "Oh, Mr. Cummings visited the former vice president." Yes, but they want to see picture. That's a bereavement, but they want to see
Mm,
picture all over social media to say, "Oh, he went there, he did this." Yes, he visited her. He sent a message to her. He went there, but hey, that's what the people want to see, and I believe that I want to see. But I will just play this clip for another 5 minutes, and what Mr. Cummings have been saying. It's all over social media, but sometimes people on the radio have not listened to this. And he's consistent. So if you listen to this speech and you are a journalist, you will know that just from his 5 watts and how he repeated it again in his sooner rebuttal. So let's just take our time. If you by the radio, I want you to please listen to this, because this is what we need to start asking these people. What will you do? How will you do it? How can you create jobs? And these are the things that he been talking about. So please give me your time and let us listen to
I
this.
ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people, because again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country. Is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly, thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the hows. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. You listen to what he said, and if you go back to his response, you see, it's always good to criticize, but it's good to do it constructively. He talked about political parties. We all should come together. We talk about job creation. We talk about electricity. And you know, when we talk about electricity, we talk about creating jobs. We need good drinking water. We need internet connectivity in Liberia. Yes, we got internet, we got telephone, but it's not all over. Can this turn into job creation? Because that's where companies from all around the world will come in because they don't have to worry about generator. Yeah, we are at the key. People at Care Radio here got to get generator. They got to get a solar system. Just to keep the business going. So electricity is very important. If you have electricity, you can create jobs. You can have good hospitals, good schools, and good things. And he talked about agriculture. We need to invest into agriculture. We need to put a lot of money into agriculture. That if you look at, for example, Princess, and it's always good to check yourself when we call this in the Africa's budget is almost $22 billion, but 60% of that money is strictly into agriculture. That's why you see when you go to Africa's, you see all these things. And can Liberia do the same thing? Can Liberia put 10% of the budget into agriculture? Because that is a fair game. But Liberians, I want to hear from you. You just listened to what Mr. Cummings said. Some people say, "Oh man, you say that not true. When you president, you will take more money." Listen, he will always say, "God bless me." And let me say this again. Sometimes God bless us with some people are millionaires. Even he go and build houses for himself and start to rent it out. Who are really going to benefit? They're going to benefit him. You know. So sometimes we just need to put aside and ask this wonderful question and look at ourselves. Are
Mm-hmm.
we living better than before? A lot of people, our population is very, very young. 65% now. All the people that are in Liberia, the young people, they were born in what? Some of them were born 1998. Some of them were born 1997. Some were born in 2000. So they really don't know how Liberia was looking those days. Those days there was a lot of respect in Liberia. You can't just disrespect older people. You had it don't call older people by their name. But yes, we know things changing. We want to bring back that system. It's not that we go back, but we want to go forward. And but you got to remember your past for your future to be bright. So, can you open the line and see? Let's hear from the Liberian people. What are some of the advices that we have? What we need to do as a nation that we can make Liberia a better place? It's not just about criticizing. What everybody have their style of working. Whatever we have, we got to live by it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so quickly, let's cross over. You want to be a part? He already asked the question. What do you think is the way forward for a better country? How can we just come together, develop this country? Whether it's electing or officials of government, how can this be done? We want to hear from you as well. Those of you following, 0779599590881 871 670. We are also live on Facebook, the general page. I don't know why it's not on KCN TV this morning. Those of you also following from that end, you can also call zero triple seven
Okay.
nine five nine nine five nine 0881 871 6770. What's the way forward for a better nation? You listen to Alexander Benedict Cummings, the political leader of the ANC. He said, government of inclusion. Do you agree? Yeah. You can't just forget. That's one thing I took from that end. You can't just forget about the opposition because they will always be, critical. So should we have the opposition coming together to at least work and make it a better government? We go to the lines quickly and start to interact with the callers. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good to have you. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is Steven Nabe, all from District 14.
Yeah, Eric. Let's hear you.
I'm the Fellow Council General Secretary for AMC.
Hmm.
Uh, thank you for all the analysis. For what I want to say here, let me try to work. Everybody
Mm.
try to work. The first people out there doing 2023, you must change everybody. And for me, I'm from the Southeast, I'm from River G. Then change everybody, then try to reach the Southeast, Memorial, not that people. You must give Memorial people alone. Then go to the Southeast. Number one, number two, he's from the Southeast, he's from Maryland. Then he go Maryland and put very structure down in Maryland. Two people know him, let him be going there. So that's what I got to say. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Still taking calls. 0779599590881 871 670. Let's hear from you. What's the way forward? We cross it over to line two. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. This is Kingsbro calling from Brazil.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Hello. So I want to say thank you. I want to send my greeting to you and general up
Okay.
there.
Okay.
And I have hope making comment. I want to ask it, they're going to Sunday they have some also a question answer question, but up to now I've not received call and I not received
I
anything.
think that was on a different show, not this one.
Yeah, okay, but Luna, I can tell him
I want
the money is there already. The money is
Oh,
there. He got to,
oh,
yeah, he got to go to the office or call that office number. Jefferson has the money with him right
okay.
now. The money was delivered yesterday.
So you need to
So
come over.
yes, call that number and yes, Jefferson and Princess. Please make sure you take note on that.
All right. So either you
Yeah,
come or you call the number. Simple.
yeah.
yeah. So when after having a conversation, maybe you would help me with the number to call.
Okay.
So continue now. I
Yeah.
love the
I,
show. I was not a follower of a Kia radio station, right?
Hmm.
I started following Kia radio station for I think my second week here, and I started to realize so many things that we were lacking. And I started to learn, even though some of us spent a long time in politics, but we were lacking so many things. It's just like what we deserve. It's just like what we want after living so many, after going other African countries, seeing the development of other countries. And I start, as you see that, what can we do to develop Liberia? What can we do? Is it the leader that is the problem, or we Liberians?
That's the
Is
question.
it the voter the problem, or the people that we are voting for? I say that we voters have some blackface, and also those who have the bread basket are the problem too also for us. Because they keep us hungry that we don't even know how to make decisions. We make decisions on how to get food. They're almost looking at in the morning in the doors of slavery as someone giving you food and say go do the work. So that's what they do to us. But having said this, it doesn't mean that we cannot make decisions. That these things are changing gradually. Liberia needs a young dispensation, a new leader, a new administrator, a new planner. And these planner we're looking for are people who are serving a good administrative area, who have not taken part
Hmm.
in the political administration of Liberia, who are served in the corporate sector, who know what it takes to do a perfect planning strategy to develop Liberia. If you look at Liberia presently now, look at the city corporation. The city corporation can even incorporate close to 125,000 Liberians to work just for sanitation. Because if you look at the community alone that we find ourselves in Liberia, in Central Monrovia, we get close to 5,000 communities. And in that 5,000 community, you just decide, you say, okay, every community, just get 3 people improve in every community that will be responsible for sanitation to make sure that place is clean. Government take responsibility that each forces in every community you pay $10 for sanitation every month. You're going to raise revenue to help government and also pay people. And they're also going to reduce unemployment. But these things can only be done by people who have the heart of for Liberia. And these are people we are looking for. And to be frank, I always tell you that I'm not a designer comic follower, right? I'm a follower of here radio station. But I begin to love everything that you people push on the designer comic. And
Okay.
these things I love but it's a corporate responsibility. Lots of that responsibility that government that say yes, that everything he speaks about it that yes, this is what I need to do. This is the plan I have. Because he has a plan that will develop Liberia. He has a plan that believes that when he is given the chance to step, he's going to make sure that these strategies are going to bring Liberia out of poverty to a new level of life that we will be part on par with other nations. That is leaders that I think are seeing in. But how can it be done if we don't vote in? And yesterday we were discussing and teaching his popularity to vote. And that is one of the things that people need to do now.
Okay.
Can you imagine yesterday I went at the Zerafoming era on the 15th street after we had that discussion. I left from I came all the way to 15th street, right? I have a late meeting there. I went, I opened and knocked the door, the security guy asked him out. And I asked the guy, I said, do you have any radio station or care radio station? He said he don't know, I said, but the way they can discuss it, Zerafoming talk show issue, everything. The guy said, it shocked me.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
It shocked me. Because I don't just follow. I follow and I do investigation. I'm a researcher.
And like
I do
they don't
investigation.
won't pay for that time. Like also.
Yeah. So if people living in your vicinity, in your yard, don't even know the show that is taking place,
Mm-hmm.
then how can it be sell out? And
Okay.
a horse guy came from out and came from buying some milk, food stuff and other stuff. And I said, hello, brother. What is the name for a name? But I can't disclose the name. And I figured, I see my name is James. I'm from Broadville, but I just came here from the bar. I want to ask if you people live here to get about Kia radio station. You say they don't even know the location of Kia radio station.
Correct.
Then they don't even know if they can't don't know the location, right? They don't know the how they would know about it. It's not
Mhm.
sure. I said they put over discuss about it. That for me, show everything, all the stuff. What is good? I said, let me go upstairs and ask. Then whenever I come to you, I wait there and came back because I wanted to get clarity to show that everybody say true. They came back with them say yes. I said, wow. So General, thank you very much for your time of publicity and for your message. And I also give Peter I also thank you
Mhm.
for your more effort you put into it because to spend more time telling somebody that even his follow the people surrounding us now are not willing to tell him is very not easy thing.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 0777-959-959-0881-871-670. What's the way forward? Quickly, let's go to our Facebook feed and acknowledge some of our followers. Jacob Duesiko says, watching from the Philippines. PH, that's good to have you, Jacob. Thanks to all of you watching. We are live on KCN TV. YouTube is Kia Communications Network. We are talking issues surrounding the alternative national congress. What's the way forward if Liberia must move ahead? In general, let me go back to you while we're still waiting for calls. You know,
Yeah.
the guy, he actually had me laughing. Imagine alternative national. I told you, I see I got a lot of work to do. It start
Yeah,
with you
and that's
people
true.
first. Yeah, it start with
That's
you
true.
people.
And
And so at this
we
point in
have
time,
like,
we expect the folks at that end to just have a speaker or something that will just inform the people at this point in time. Just put a little big
yeah,
speaker outside and
yeah.
have the station live, people passing, understanding the issue. So let's go back to the line quickly. To this person, good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Good to have you. Let's hear you. Your name and where you join us from.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to come to me.
Paco.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Obama. My name Pabo.
I know,
Yeah,
Paco.
obviously.
Let's hear you.
Thank you for the topic. It's so interesting. The conquer ANC. One thing Pabo wanted to tell my political leader, they got more work to do. They got more work. I think we all went on the three and everybody getting revoke card. But someone that revoke card was too tall. The two leading parties now will get in the country. I can't lie. The Democratic change with the Unity Party, I came from. So, Mr. Kumi, it has money all the way. Unity Party, 2003, you know we go our way. That's about the grace. Everybody know the grace for everyone. We do Jehovah Wednesday campaign. So who necessary of they will enter. The people want to see you. Where's the water on? But we educate them. There are money out of the barrier room. They have water to get out that. So I think so the Liberty Party, the ANC, the Unity Party, and the other political party not to be aligned. I think so it was they left. And the Unity Party, we left and we left out in with them. We leave because you saw it where we work over block. Now, la bien go federal, but the Unity Party work, we don't want to sit down. The ground wall, but when we get to that barrier, if there's a woman or Spanish to the whole barrier, we go, maybe I'll go, I won't pay, and I'll go pay my dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Go over pay, you and I. But the coming by again. for 2020, so for 2020 now, I think right now the ruling party that win, and the other thing will up, but and the other thing we say one more children. I may be into a cover if you were there, but ANC get where to do. ANC get where. ANC will responsibility party. That's what they get where to do. About the citizens who they get no more waiting, they get no more. But ANC, where ANC get no more. ANC no more decline every day, but dollar family is all small. I have a big way they all small. Everybody here, the old man, well, I've been seeing the development. The way they're working on now, my daughter, if there's some of that kind, then everything up.
Okay.
I want 2, 3 bells out come. No one can preach over now. I get that. And the platform of the post organ. I want to go out there to the laboratory well. The development people is there.
All right, Paco.
All for the company, you can follow, I can be the old man now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for calling. Still taking calls. 7 minutes past 11. 0777 959 959 0881871670. Let's hear from you. What's the way forward for this country to move ahead? What are some of those things you think we need to do? Is it about getting a new leader? Is it about inclusion in government? Let's hear from you. This is the program Independent Mind for a Better Liberia. We'll go back to the line. This person, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Peter.
Yeah, morning. Good to have you. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Peter. Peter, I'm Jimmy. I'm calling for our business. You aren't making a problem. So, Peter, I call on the president in the country. They do not get extra money, Mr. Kumi. The only thing Mr. Kumi needs to do, Mr. Kumi needs to do is retreat in his own party. The retreat that Kumi needs to do in his own party, look for the first soldier in your party, and let it be deployed in the drug district. I'm on the opposition, and I say, why I want to go to tell Kumi say, what you have done? And let Mr. Kumi also fight his own battle. You shouldn't collaborate with anybody too soon. I'm going to see you if you collaborate with my party, I'll be happy about it. I will not tell you to do that because no one is nearby to him when you collaborate there. And that is why. And when you reach a certain level, I know say yes. You say when you lecture, then you put a demand to that benefit. But I don't want you to behave like the way you behave about 12 lecture, like you the party because you see as a dumb shot.
Okay.
I want you to do that. Let the party come out. Yes, segregate the party, let it come out. And structure the party from the district level, from the local level. Now, where the voter in the ministry, the voter in America, the voter on the ground.
Okay.
So let it try to get the party off.
All right. All right, Jimmy.
Let the party go start calling and start making the proposal to me because I couldn't make it to be what it is.
All right. Thank you, my dear brother. We go across. Laward, good morning. Good morning. Morning. Okay. That cut my call back. They slip off. 0777. I think we need to take more calls and then we cross over. 0777 959 959 0881 871 Let's hear from you. What's the way forward if Liberia must move ahead? If this country should improve in terms of infrastructural development, the provision of job as well for citizens. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Good to have you. Let's say.
Yeah, this is Jones Cake Betty calling from Japanese Freeway. I heard you. What is the way for? The way for is for us to democratically unseat this unity party comes 2029. Yeah, it is. I think people are forgetting that the previous caller, Professor Paco, has forgotten. You know, people are not reading the country. As of March 1st, effective March 1st, Liberia Traffic Management will take fish of all vehicle registration and driver license.
Oh, yeah.
And what become of the transport ministry? You cannot happen in Lebanon. You think in the Lebanese there. absolve the statutory function to a black man. Can it happen? Absolutely can never happen. But this can happen under Joseph Boyka regime, where Liberia will be thrown out of job. And Paco is telling me that indeed people can have democratically removed Joseph Juma Boyka. Is it not seen a level of suffering as it relates to the people of this country? You find everywhere things so hard. You find demolition going on. Though we do not support people encroaching other people's property, but one though people have stayed there for a good length for that 30, 40, 50 years. You've been the president of the nation with the 42 years experience. People spoke of. It's time now we all find a common ground. What is the way forward? As to those abandoned land for 25, 30 years that people have built on. What is the way forward, my people? What can we do? The cost of building is very expensive in the 42 years experience of all liability. President Boyka he has proven that he's been in government all liability. Indeed, it's true. Boyka made to understand why in opposition you are living on loan. They only have 12 years as vice president of the nation who could not manage his own living opposition. You know, this country, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. That the saddest mistake ever was to get Boyka elected as president of this nation. See what happened after the Ministry of Transport. What are you saying to the people of this country? What are you saying to us? You want the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. People are dead. Got an alignment, a less alignment to each Congress for Democratic Change. You all remove them of position. From there, next was Monrovia City Corporation. You all took those people out. And your party chairman on Points FN said, if you want job, you have to align with the Unity Party. That the only means of you getting job. That's the so. When the political party, the political chairman, Luther Tapper, appear on Points FN. Why are you saying no democracy? Everybody should be a Unity partisan before they survive in this country. And see, the president has no respect for the rule of law. Classical example, the national legislature, Fanatic Kofa versus the then Representative Kuhn. What did he do? President Boyka, they respected the Supreme Court ruling. Any position here absolutely no respect. Freedom of speech, when you speak the ills within the government, they threaten you. You have to Maranjua Howard Taylor. They threaten. They want to remove all our security detail from all. Where is the freedom of speech in this country that we all enjoy doing? Former president, we are government. When his current assistant minister in person, when Mark Jabate threatened to kill the chief justice then, threatening to kill the chief justice then. Where is he now? Is he beyond back? No. But being that Prophet King insulted the mother of the current chief justice is now beyond back. I do not support inverted. I do not support the way Prophet King conduct himself. But where is the freedom of speech yesterday enjoyed? All those things they held yesterday. Are they not doing worse than all of those things they held yesterday? He condemned the right, the use of private jet, using private jet. He condemned the use of armored vehicle yesterday. Is he not using armored vehicle or basket deacon control a lot to the people of this country? What kind of deacon he is? He's not to be a deacon within our church. But you can't say this and say the other thing. What makes you a Christian is your word. You should be truthful to people when you say things. And you are not truthful and people tell me a Baptist deacon. It's sad for the Baptist church that ordained person work as deacon.
All right.
Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Still taking call and squeezing just 2 or 3 more, and then we cross over to the general to have maybe you want to respond to some of them. 0777-959-959-0881-871-670. The independent mind for a better Liberia. Let's go to line one. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Once again, Miss Brooks, I just want to conclude with what some of the things what they're talking, right? Because I have found that we are discussing the better.
The independent minds for a better Liberia, and we have asked what's the way forward to transform this country. Is it about a government of inclusion? You listen to Alternative National Congress stand up Alexander Benene Cummings. Is it the right choice to lead this country? So they think they are out here asking questions as well. So it's on you now to respond as to whether how's the way forward that this country can move forward, are some of those things you think we need to do in order to have a better nation.
The simple point would be the country need a reshuffle of the legislature both on the legislature all the way to from the judiciary all the way down to the executive.
Mm.
The three branches of government need reshuffle. So if we can get a good president, the president who have the mind of Liberia can reshuffle from the judiciary, reshuffle from the legislature now. We start getting the people, the citizens, getting to know aspect. We can get these guys that are in the system with the app. Because to be frank with you, our problem is not the president. Even though the president can be done, but our problem is the system, people that we start going around the system. These are people can decide to be frank. In 2023, before 2022, before the ANC, or the PPP, when I see we stack up politicians that led to that conflict to make it a coming problem. And that was why I was not surprised when the Unity Party won, when it's real greatly as Mr. State. I said, wow, you were serving as someone special close to Alexander Benedict Kumi and talk about authoring of documents. Then you think for the same time the main Minister of State special assistant to the president. Then that means something was wrong somewhere before doing the CPP time for him to make Alexander Kumi unpopular. And you know, that's why we cannot get a government institution when you still have the bad guys in the system. You get the same set of people still remain in government for more than 4, 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, they stay in government.
Okay.
Then you are just coming, you know nothing about government, you take power, you become president. But brother, they can use the judiciary and the legislators to damage you because they will come to you and say, then you just come in, we know the person can serve as minister, the person can serve as minister, they put the president.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we can just cross over. General, you listen to all of the
Yeah,
quarters. Yeah, you listen to them. Just hear from you.
everybody giving the points, and it's right. Jimmy
Okay,
said
let's
it
squeeze
all.
this person in. Let's squeeze this person. Our final quarter. Final quarter. Let's hear you quickly. No time.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm even now way. Whatever this is 14. I want to get
Yeah, second time.
Okay. We'll do that after the show. Just keep following, please. Keep following. Yeah, this person finally. I thought you were in the last quarter. This let's hear you morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning, quickly, no time. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Alex Glass. I'm calling from Johnsonville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my point has to do with our incoming president, Alexander Kumi. By the grace of God, but he had to work on things. Because you see, before becoming president or any position for that matter, you have to work on things. You don't have to wait for election before you start, showing action. It's now that he had to work on things, build some capacity in the community or some places that at least to draw the attention of the Liberian people so that, this time around that he will not be a failure.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So he had to wait, let him do some things that people will, get an interest in him. Say, oh yes, or Alexander Kumi as working. So I will give my vote to him. But in our district, he's not doing, anything that will show that people will, be able to vote for him. That he will be our elect president. You understand?
All right.
Yeah, so he had to do a work. He had to wait for election time. That for now he had to be doing a work.
that will be coming to
Mm.
be also or president of the nation.
Okay.
And
Thank
so
you.
that's my point.
All right. Thank you.
That's the weapon things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. No time. We're not picking any more call. Sorry to all of you who calling. We're not picking call. Yeah, General, let's hear from you. It's
Yeah,
already 21. Yeah.
everybody's saying the right thing. Your comment, your question is all in place. But I want to end this show with this. To those of you in the ANC, especially the leaders of ANC, Republic of Liberia, and Councillor Gould, and Ta Womwe, and you get or Mona, and what did they say, what did the lady name, Kwekwe? What are you people doing? You listening to Liberia. They say they're not feeding you.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even see you in the community. They are right. They are right. We don't expect Mr. Cummings alone to take up this battle. Yes, when he gave the message, people need to follow up. You people are not doing what you need to do. And it will not just fall in your hand. You're not CDC, you're not UP. You cannot give Mr. Cummings victory. I'll be honest with you. ANC alone can never. Yes, we'll collaborate, but we're not going to collaborate now because they say when snake bites you, when you
You
see
see
water
laser,
or laser, you'll be afraid.
of
But you
course.
hearing the people saying, the people in Liberia, these are callers, these are voters in Liberia who voted for another party telling us we got more work to do. And I agree to them because votes, everyone is important. Everybody in our country, they are all one vote, one. The Zogo got one vote. You that live in Pinsville in your Mercedes Benz, live in a better house, eat good food, you got one vote. Everybody has one vote. That's what make every citizen important. But it's not that they want to see Mr. Cummings, but they can feel you. Another caller says CDC got the numbers already. UP got the number already. But let's open our mind. When a political party telling you before we give you job, you got to be part of us. No, we're now bringing back the two-week party days where we have only one party. We agree for multi-party system. When they say government of inclusion, there are qualified Liberians in all the political parties. We're not talking about calling Mr. Cummings and giving job. No. There are qualified people in ANC that you can look at and look at the resume. There are qualified people in CDC. Whether we disagree and agree, we must bring Liberia together, Liberians. Once the election is over, you dare to do a particular job. Leadership is not our problem in Liberia, but the accountability, the honesty, transparency is the problem. Everybody try to settle themselves. Everybody got to get job because I talk for Mr. Cummings. So Mr. Cummings win today, he must give me job. No, it's not supposed to work that way. That is why Mr. Cummings talk about the bowl of rice. And let me break it down. When you bring the bowl of rice where everybody eating and everybody got a spoon, but remember, they can get the same size of spoon, but you and I will not take the same amount of rice. But guess what? You will not even get vexed because you're taking your own too. That's the one you can take. So I can take one spoon of rice and no grain will drop. And you can take your own and some drop. So when you see my own rice dropping, I mean, I greet it. But I will take it in a way, it will be more because I'm qualified. So people who sweeping should get paid good that they're sweeping job. People who are drivers, they are professionals. People who are cook, they like your family, you must pay them. Your driver, your cook, your security, they are your number one security. Are they getting paid well? No. So that is why every Liberian want to be a hot or office boy, so they will get in the nice clothes and they know nothing but the office boy. Nobody want to be a sweeper anymore because dignity of labor we have disgraced it. We don't. Your mechanic man, they don't respect you in Liberia. But that is why Mr. Cummings saying that we will respect everyone, the people who doing the job, who keeping the country going. If you don't respect the sweeper, how you expect the place to be clean? That is what we're talking about. This is not about what you're going to give me. But everybody in Liberia now look at you when you're supporting them. They want to get good Liberians. And you people are smart. But we are our own problems. We continue to bring in the wrong person. We continue to glorify people who destroy our future. And I will leave this with you again. They get two type of rogues. They got a rogue that can steal your television, that will break in your house and steal your furniture, but you will survive. But they got a political rogue. They can steal your future, your children's future. You'll not even be able to send your children to school. We're talking about schools. Our children still selling in the street. I'm not criticizing this government. I'm criticizing the system. I'm not criticizing Mr. Bwaka. It's the system I'm criticizing. Because Mr. Bwaka don't know what's going on in Granger. He don't know what's going on in Maryland. But he has official there. Are they empowered? We're talking about every county must have their own little small government to control it. Now, all this thing we're talking about, we believe in decentralization of the government. We can't allow people to come from Maryland and come way to Monrovia to come get paid. People coming from Lofa coming to Monrovia to get paid. All these things are wrong. So please let us open our eyes. Let us look at all the leaders, put them under the microscope. Let's do something. I know Mr. Commissioner in a small party, some people say he must go to UP, some people say he must go to CDC for what? But the opposition, let us come together. UP is already there. People think about building the roads. Listen, we all will campaign on the roads because we want good roads. We all will campaign on everything the government is doing. The issue come 2029 is the economy. If you change the economy, then you got a point. But you think about building roads in the community, that means you got a point. Oh, I mean, no. We elected you to develop Liberia. So the roads that you are building, we are all in favor of the road. Come 2029, we all will campaign on that same road. But we want you to see how you will create jobs, how you will fix the education system, how you will fix the economy, that the Liberian people will feel the economy and say, yes, I am working, I'm getting my late $200. That is the real issue come 2029. But if anybody think that you will run campaign, that you put the overhead bridge, that you fix the road, you're getting it wrong. And if anybody think that they will use words like, oh, he's a gay, you're getting it wrong because it's not going to work this time around.
You left for 2 minutes.
So I just want to say thank you again. Thanks. And I want to make this disclaimer. This show is not owned by the Care Radio. This is a private program. And also, be honest with you, this program is not sponsored by Alex Cummings. It's not. Because this is the time when independent minds come together, things happen. When independent minds come together, we have a better country. So you can be a member of ANC, you have an independent mind. You can be in the CUP, you have an independent mind. And I listen to a lot of independent minds, people who retire. Let us try new things. Liberia is hard for us to switch, but listen, it is always good for competition.
Okay.
My name is Munel Kishen, the general. Follow me tomorrow. And also on Sunday, we'll have a special thing to know. If you answer a question, you will get something. I want you to know about Alex Cummings. So start to do your own research from the day he was born to present, where he worked, and all these questions will be asked. Who is wife, who is children, all these questions. On Sunday, if you're a lucky person, you will walk away with a prize on Sunday.
Okay, so that's it, folks. Thanks to all of you who follow, all of you who call. This is the program Independent Minds for Better Liberia. Again, do join us on tomorrow, 10:30 to 11:30 for another edition of the program. My name is Princess Kamara. I've been behind camera, also a producer on the show. Until then, we see you tomorrow. Bye bye. From my end, let's take a bit of the theme song before leaving.
It's the fun, billion fun. Fly, you big fly.